Hello, everybody.
Well, hello.
And for the last time this year, welcome back to the final episode of 2021 of Jack and Thom Save the World. As always, I am Tom.
And I am Jack.
And it's a big episode today. We're finishing off our
finishing off
our podcast run for this year.
For the year, yes.
So we will be returning back next year. I think it's about the 9th of January that we're going to be coming back.
We'll aim for the 9th of January.
Yeah. So but let's just, you know what?
Let's just
dive straight into it.
I think the first thing we got to say, because we haven't said it on any of the episodes this December, is Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Because we haven't said it, so we hope that you guys all have a great break.
And an even better Chrysler. Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
It is Christmas. There's a few things that we didn't get to this year, which would have been great.
Yeah.
Being on this final episode, I suppose some people were hoping that we might finally talk about Dune. We've yet to see Dune.
Yeah.
Maybe Spider-Man. I'm the only one here who has seen Spider-Man. No spoilers, of course.
Because I haven't seen it.
He hasn't seen it.
So,
But if you're watching this, this is all you need to know that it was good. I want to see it again, and we'll probably, even see it again, and then we'll be able to talk about it at length in January.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Which is probably what we're going to be doing a lot of.
Yeah, generally, I think we're going to have quite a bit because it's only like a 2-3 week break or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's not long to go without hearing our voices.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing to break it up a little bit.
For a lot of people.
But yeah, we're gonna strive next year to have a bit more consistency.
Yes.
With our podcast, because a lot. I mean, it was our first season this year, so obviously it's just, and we pretty much started in July, so it was like halfway through the year. It took us a while to set everything up and get into a flow, but we're kind of there now. So we're going to be working out a schedule for a little while in the future.
Try ahead of ourselves a little bit.
Just so we've got things to do and stuff. So
we also hope there's some more people that we can bring on and have a chat to.
Yep.
Maybe go interstate as well, because I think I finally figured out how we can actually get that to work.
Yep.
So we don't have to fully rely on people that have to be like available on a certain date.
Yeah, exactly.
We can kind of record whenever and then throw them into the mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be good.
It is. I'm excited to have a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Because obviously,
it's getting hot now.
It's getting hot. I'm finishing up work next week. I finish on Friday next week. So I've got a week off and then, back into it and stuff. But the week off is going to be really good. Having some time just to, and the thing is we mainly take, because Jack and I do a lot of film work as well and stuff. And our general rule is that we take off the month of December from film work. Because it's the holiday season. It's Christmas time. It's time to be with our families and stuff. So, and we work 11 months throughout the year. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break from that. Just over a whole month.
Over a whole month.
But yeah, I think there will be more. There may be a bit more on the film front next year, so stay tuned for that.
From us, yes, definitely.
Yeah, stay tuned for that, because there will be details coming soon.
Yes.
And we might even get our good friend Israel back on to discuss that a little bit more at length.
Actually, I think that's what I kind of want to do. I know I've got my job situation at the moment, which I'm trying to explore and expand what I actually want to do. But I actually really enjoy all of this entertainment stuff, and I was even brainstorming how we can make it a full-time career for the two of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe we should just start some more podcasts as a good little first starter. So I don't know, maybe I'll look into that. Maybe.
Look, maybe it's going to be the Jack and Thom network.
No. It's not going to be that. because that's just really boring.
Podcasts for you. I think that's already an Apple Music genre. I don't know. Look, there's going to be things next year. Look, we've
got things brewing.
The only place we can go from here is up. So
we could go down.
Look, we could go down.
We could definitely go down.
There's not much further to go down. We're kind of the bottom of the barrel.
We could go down.
Our podcast is probably bottom of the barrel at the moment.
Bottom of the sludge barrel.
Bottom of the sludge barrel, because it wasn't even Abby's top podcast on her Spotify rap this year.
It was disappointing.
It was number 2. And I'm like, what the hell? But, whatever.
Was there anything that you did this year that you're particularly proud of?
I think there's something you did a few minutes ago that you're proud of, judging by that sniff. But...
Wow. Like I would ever snort cocaine or ketamine or meth or any nose-related drug.
No, you've just done all of that.
No, sure.
Something I'm proud of that I've done this year. I mean, yeah, there's probably some things. There's probably some things I should be proud of that I'm not.
Oh dear.
No, I think it was... I think mostly for me it was finding a job that I really, really love.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Rather than just going through the motions of other jobs and,
like a choo-choo train.
Yeah, like a choo-choo train, just going through the motions. Like a choo-choo train. Not really doing anything substantial or anything like that. Yeah.
That's good.
It's probably.
Was there some things that you finally caught up on this year as well that that you want to tell the audience that you finally done this?
I've finally done this.
There's a few things.
There is a few things. Yeah. Oh yeah. One of the big ones was that finally went skydiving.
Oh. Okay.
That was my...
Yes. Tom defied gravity. Well, not really.
No.
Gravity
I kind of...
played a big part.
Yeah, I kind of jumped into gravity and just let it happen. No, because that was the end of... It was the end of November. It was like 28th of November, so it was a Sunday. Yeah, I went down to Goolwa Airport and jumped out of a plane with 3 of my other friends. That was a lot. It was exciting. I was really excited by that.
And the reason I'm asking Tom all these questions is I have achieved nothing.
You've achieved nothing this year.
I'm in the same job, the same state of mind, the same loner single life that I am. I've achieved nothing.
Can I interest you in a skydive?
No.
Should though. It's good. It's a good experience.
No.
Do it once. Say you've done it. Never have to do it again.
I have no interest in spending that amount of money.
Yeah, but you have no interest in doing literally anything.
That is untrue. I have every interest in lots of things.
What, going to the movies at 12 o'clock at night?
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have lots of interests.
Yeah, okay. Well.
You see, and you can't even name a what? Of a friend of you can't even name my interests.
Playing games, watching movies, doing films.
Damn it. Named all of the interests.
Oh, what else is there? Podcasting is fun. Listening to a fuckload of Taylor Swift.
Hey,
now. I didn't say it was bad. You're just assuming.
She's not even number 1 on my replayed 2021 playlist. She's not even number 1.
Who is? It's Doja Cat, isn't it?
That's a good... What Doja Cat we talking?
Just say it's Doja Cat.
Are we talking like Planet Her? Because there's some bangers on that album.
Yeah. Did you vote for any in the Triple J Host
God,
100? No. Neither did I.
Because TikTok ruined them all.
Oh, they did.
Kiss me more.
No, please don't. Shut up. Stop it.
So, kiss me more.
Speaking of the end of the year, though,
we didn't even talk about Grammy nominations this year and what we think of that.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we should bring that up.
We should, but
you finish that thought, and then I'll finish this.
Yeah, before there is a slightly more pressing thought.
Okay. There's a pressing thought.
Yeah, there's a pressing thought that
okay.
Look,
lay it on me, Tom.
And you're gonna hate me for doing this, but
here we go.
there's something that we've spoken about on the podcast before.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
At length.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And we haven't done it for quite a while.
Oh, no.
But because of the amount of controversy there is around it,
Oh, dear.
we just have to bring up the final Formula One race of the year.
Oh, no.
We do.
Oh, we've spoken about this so long.
No, I know we've spoken about this, but we need to bring it to this platform.
We haven't spoken about F1 in a while.
No, because for a lot of people that don't know, the final race of the year was in Abu Dhabi, as it always is for Formula One. And going into that race, you've got Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen on equal points.
Yes.
Not even a half point between them. They were tied for first. So whoever won that race
was world champion.
Was world champion. And so I'll speak about it a little bit because it's probably not a whole lot to go through race-wise. But the race was going on. Verstappen was on pole. Hamilton was in second at the start.
Got a better start.
Hamilton got a better start. Verstappen dropped back to second. And that's kind of how it stayed.
Yeah, Mercedes
for the race.
Then had basically every opportunity. Of course, Red Bull pretty much went with the old, what Mercedes doesn't do, we do.
Yeah.
But Mercedes kind of had, with Hamilton, had the pace to just... they had it in the bag.
Yeah.
Hamilton had the pace where he had, I think, near like his... like getting rid of his softs that he started on.
Yeah.
He was nearing like a 14-second lead on Verstappen, which is ridiculous. Of course, Verstappen and Red Bull blamed this on a corner cut.
Yeah.
Due to a little racing incident which forced Hamilton off the track, and then he rejoined ahead of Verstappen after Verstappen had braked. And this allowed him to get up to speed a bit quicker with a 14-second gap.
Yeah.
So then Hamilton was able to pit and get hards. So then when Verstappen pit, he came out behind him, and everything got interesting.
Yeah.
When Checo started... Oh, shit. I should say his full name.
Sergio
Perez.
Or Checo for short.
Sergio Perez, who's the other Red Bull driver, the second Red Bull driver, was able to stay on track with his hards and basically defend Hamilton, getting back up into pole after he completed. That massively took a chunk out of Hamilton's...
Gap to Verstappen. But it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't actually enough in the middle part of the race, because that all happened. Hamilton got past Checo, and then Max came up behind, and team orders were to let Max pass. So it was then, and then Hamilton just had better pace, consistently better pace than Verstappen. He just kept going, and it didn't matter what Verstappen did, couldn't really get close to him. Then on lap 54, Nicholas Latifi of Williams crashed.
The idiot.
So it crashed into... It wasn't anybody's fault. It was his fault, but it wasn't anybody's fault, really. He just crashed into the wall.
Yeah, he lost grip. He lost
grip,
dirty tires.
Smashed into the wall. His car was retired from the race. But they had to bring out a safety car.
Yep.
With 4 laps to go.
4. Because
of that crash. The marshals had to come on track. They had to clean up the debris and stuff. So it was dangerous for them to be on track. So they brought out the safety car. So what happened then was that there was a whole bunch of lapped cars.
Yes.
So it was Hamilton about a few lapped... Four lapped cars, and then Verstappen.
Yeah.
So...
And then behind Verstappen and P3, who was... Carlos Sainz, was a bunch of other lapped cars.
Yeah. So... What was happening was that they were trying... So the FIA was trying to figure out whether or not the lapped cars should be... Because the thing is, under safety car, they can elect for those cars to overtake the safety car and unlap themselves from the leaders.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Generally, what it is that it's all lapped cars overtake the safety car and unlap themselves, and then the race restarts.
But you had the big problem, which was the marshals were trying to clean up the crash.
Yeah.
and they were running out of laps. So,
because this crash happened with 4 laps to go, so
what?
by the time you clean the crash up, get the car and the marshals and all the debris off the track, you've probably only got 2 laps.
Yeah, so the initial order from race director Michael Massey and the FIA was that lapped cars weren't going to pass.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to overtake.
They were going to clear the track, and they were going to have 1 lap with the lapped cars still in play. If that had happened, Hamilton would have won the race.
Yeah.
Even though Verstappen was on much newer tyres, having to get past 4 other drivers.
Well, he was able to pit under the safety car as well.
Oh, he did pit under the safety car.
He got a cheap pit from there.
He did pit under the safety car, which Hamilton couldn't do because he would have lost
track position.
Track position because of the safety car, because you're only going 90 around the track.
Yeah.
It actually probably would have been nearly physically impossible for him to pit and then get back out in front. I don't think it would have happened.
No.
So the initial orders from the FIA and Michael Massey was that there was going to be, you could still pit, but the lapped cars weren't going to pass. And then Red Bull jumped on the FIA radio, and they were like their usual selves and just complaining about every FIA. Well, okay, it's not just Red Bull. Any of the Red Bull or Mercedes, anything doesn't go their way, complain about it. That's the way that they manage.
That's the way that they roll.
That's the way that they roll. So they complained. Then in like a 5-second rapid fire, it was like, okay, these 4 cars will be able to unlap themselves. The safety car is ending, and we got one flying lap to end the race.
One race lap to go.
And those orders came through like that, literally, one after the other. They came out of nowhere. The safety car. So usually, from previous races, if the cars are going to unlap themselves, those lap teams get the orders that they can go around the safety cars and unlap themselves.
Yeah.
Then you get the order that the safety car is ending, usually.
Yeah.
And you usually, in a normal race where you have lots of laps to go with a safety car, you should get those orders and then everything can go on smoothly. But because we got that rapid fire...
but because it was time sensitive.
It was time sensitive. But from that rapid fire, those 4 cars, then between Hamilton and Max, took off. I still think you have to go 90 on it was a double yellow still along the track, so they actually do take time to come back round. And then the safety car just ended because they were actually really close to the pit, so I think they got the green light and the safety car was gone. There was there was so much confusion in that final second. And even Hamilton and Max were like, when does the lap actually restart? You could actually see Max having a little bit of hesitation and thinking about it for bloody once. I thought for a second there when they got the green safety car will end. Well, it's not a green light. It's the safety car will end. You could see Max kind of just wanted to go like straight for it and overtake Hamilton.
Yeah.
And even he was like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Look, I think there was a lot of confusion around it.
Massive amount of confusion. And then, of course, the safety car ends. They have 1 lap to go, and Hamilton's
on old hards. Verstappen's on
worn hards.
He's on fresh softs.
Fresh softs. There's no gap between the two.
No, exactly. There was
and Hamilton didn't get any assistance from DRS because you have 2 laps after a safety car.
And you've only got 1 lap.
And you've only got 1 lap
left.
left.
Got that lap to
so
go.
No DRS.
Yep.
Which then led to Verstappen winning that race.
And the World Championship.
The World Championship. What a mess.
Look, it was a bit of a mess, but I think, it was thrilling nonetheless. That last night, we were sitting there because the race started at 11:30. It didn't finish until about 1, so I reckon it was just before 1 in the morning on a Monday morning that we were sitting there watching this thing unfold, watching these 2 Goliath drivers just pretty much fight to the wire, because it was a fight to the wire. It was a fight to the checkered flag. That was it. If one of them made a mistake, the other would have won. So like there is for those two, there is no room for error.
Nope.
And neither of them made an error. It was just unfortunate it was great for Max, and I was actually incredibly happy for Max because that's his first world championship. But it was frustrating and devastating for Lewis as well, because he was going for his 8th championship. He would have been the most successful driver in F1 championship-wise if he'd won that.
I'm of the position that this just has raised so many questions about how F1 and the FIA is regulating races. It's not like I'm going to sit here and go, okay, this is how you fix F1, because I have no idea how you fix F1. Do you know who I think knows how to fix F1? It's F1. I think F1 has a very good idea of how they can improve the way that the whole system works. And we've talked about it before. We've talked about how the FIA sometimes pulls decisions out of fucking thin air with thin bloody logic, and teams have to sit there. There is an appeal process. I don't think at all this season we ever saw a team's appeal succeed.
No, I don't think.
I don't think there was a single decision that Mercedes or Red Bull, who are the two biggest people that are always in the FIA appeals office, I don't think we ever saw any of their appeals succeed.
Especially not this one.
No.
But the thing was, because...
Oh, that was never going to happen, because the fucking... The fallout from... say, like, even if Mercedes has, like, had half ground to stand on. Not even half ground. They had, like, mildly sort of their ground.
They kind of had like wet sand.
Wet sand. They did have some specific areas of the racing code that were violated, but the problem was those are articles of recommendation.
Yeah.
As opposed to rules.
Yeah, rules and regulation.
As opposed to the rules and regulations. Because Michael Massey can just override those.
Certain ones.
It was... no, actually, I think it's almost everything with a safety car Michael Massey can override.
Yeah.
He can deploy it whenever the hell he feels like, I feel. He can deploy it and pull it back whenever he wants, I think. Reading over the code, I was like, he has some guidelines of some good conduct when it comes to safety cars to ensure safe racing. But I think he can basically almost do what he wants.
But that's the thing, like, there was no... Like, even though the cars were able to unlap themselves and the safety car got pulled in and the race started almost immediately again, there wasn't actually any time where it was dangerous.
No, it wasn't dangerous.
He made sure that every decision that he was making was going to be safe and in good conduct for the safety of the drivers.
Yeah, I just think it was a lot of rash decisions because the race was ending, the championship was up. None of the teams or Michael wanted the championship race to end after safety car, so it just felt like there was a lot of rushing.
But you know what? The thing I always say, Michael Massey is like opinions. He doesn't care about your feelings.
No, that is true.
And he shouldn't. He shouldn't care about any team's feelings towards himself or the FIA or F1 as a sport. He is there to do a job, and in my opinion, he did the job the best way he could, because there was also an agreement that we've spoken about.
Oh yeah.
Between
I just mentioned that.
No.
I just said all teams didn't want to end under safety.
No, but that you said that they didn't want to. This is actually an agreement between all of the teams and Michael Massey that their preferred state to end a race would be in green, not under a safety car or under a flag.
I was saying it was a bit of a mess. I hope that some people think about their conduct. I hope the FIA pulls the fucking stick out of their butt, because I don't like them. I don't like them.
I don't think you meant to like the FIA. I don't even think drivers like the FIA half the time.
Well, no, But it's because they seem to just make the weirdest bloody decisions whenever they feel like.
But hey, the racing code is there. As long as they're following the racing code, there's nothing people can do.
Anyway, Max Verstappen is the world champion. We've talked about him at length. You know that.
Yeah, you also would have preferred Lewis Hamilton to win.
Yes, because I think he's the better sportsman than Max Verstappen. He's an egotistical narcissist, sure, but they all are. But I find Max dangerous and spoilt.
He's aggressive.
Yeah, dangerous, spoilt.
He's an aggressive. No, aggressive and dangerous are different. And he's an aggressive driver because he has to be.
I don't find Lewis stuck up in the same way I find Max stuck up.
You sure?
Yes. That's my opinion.
This is the guy that is now rumoring that he may not race next year because he lost the championship.
Oh yeah, that's a dummy spit and he can go,
like, I'm sorry, if you don't think that's stuck up or arrogant or acting like a baby, then I said he was
arrogant.
Yeah, he is.
But because he's so good.
But he's stuck up the same way as Max.
No.
They both have the same level of stuck-uppedness.
No. There's just something... we have commented on Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
And his behaviour and his attitude.
But I'm seeing Lewis in a completely different light now that all of this has come out. I understand that he's frustrated and that he's devastated, but don't crack a sad because you didn't win your 8th title.
But that's exactly when he is allowed to crack a sad. And we saw on race day,
come back and race next year.
I agree with you.
And win your 8th title.
But we saw on race night, when that race finished, the respect that he was actually showing to other drivers. Yeah. Yes, he was fully devastated. He appeared that way on podium. And Max he didn't show up to the post-race. I don't think Max would have behaved that way.
Max would have done exactly the same thing.
I do not believe it for 1 second.
You've seen Max lose races before, and he always goes up and he always congratulates Lewis if he wins. Yeah, and then he
has a grump.
Yeah, of course he has a grump. He's allowed to have
he has a bigger grump than Lewis.
I don't think so.
Remember when he crashed in at Silverstone and all he was doing on Twitter was grumping about it? Like continuously going on and on and on and on.
So what's the difference between him and Lewis?
Because Lewis isn't doing that. He's made one comment in one interview where he's like, I don't know if I'll race next year. Now everyone's all, he's cracked a sad.
He has cracked a sad.
He has cracked a sad. But we've also discussed that he's just in the heat of the moment, and he's back next year because he's signed a contract.
Look, let's leave the F1 discussion at this.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Both drivers are awesome. They've done an awesome, amazing job this year, and either one of them winning would have been a triumph for the sport.
Yeah, fine. Whatever.
Let's do that.
Yep. Okay. Well, we got a little angry at each other. That's all. Yep. But because this is the last episode, we thought we'd take a look back at some of the best stuff. So if you're watching, you get to watch it. If you're listening, just have a listen. You get to hear it. It's great. Yeah. Every episode has led up to this moment. Welcome to the ASMR channel. Yeah. Today we're going to be doing some mic scratching. Shh. You are great. You are strong.
It's not a very good ASMR.
No, not very well at all. When I talk, that's better. Okay. Silante. My name is General Silante.
Spicy. Why is it spicy?
Outside,
always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've ever been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear. Well, I look around and all I can see is I've forgotten the fucking words now. Fucking hell. Okay. Waving through a window. Okay, go. Even fucking work. Okay, well, now that we've got severely sidetracked.
No, it was good. It's good to talk about things that are things, you know?
Things that are things that could be less than things, but are more things because the things have happened to the other things.
Solid levels.
Yes, we do.
I've moved my foot because Tom's being fucking annoying. I'm gonna go step on a butterfly. Maybe dinosaurs will come back.
Shit.
And they have
Yeah, we made them too big.
dinosaur arms.
So the first question is from Giuseppe Pizza Pie.
What?
I actually don't know who's
Okay.
Giuseppe Pizza Pie. Can you tell us who you are, because it's fine. And Giuseppe Pizza Pie asks, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
What a great question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's he doing?
I have no idea.
Okay, we're just gonna pause for 10 seconds.
To pause.
I didn't know Tom was scared of bees.
I'm poor, so I.
Oh, yes.
Yep, that's it.
Tell us more.
That's it. No,
Is that the news? That's the story? That's the statement.
no.
I'm poor.
Do you want a hug?
I mean, it is a statement that I am poor.
Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed that.
Oh, how nice it was to take a trip down that memory lane.
Memory lane. Oh.
I haven't seen or heard some of those clips in quite a while.
Yeah, it's funny.
So
It's funny. Isn't that funny? Anyway,
that's funny.
there was one thing that we didn't talk about. Should have talked about it in like the movies episode. I don't know, or like the last week's episode. But Grammy nominations came out.
Yes.
Tom and I think I'll bring this up as a topic next year when it's like Oscars season.
Oh, yep.
We can kind of like talk about award shows and the validity of them. It's kind of like how I'm not talking about the Golden Globe nominations because I really do not give a flying fuck what the Hollywood foreign press thinks about Hollywood.
But that's next year's topic.
But Grammys.
Oh, let's talk about the Grammys.
I always find the Recording Academy really interesting into what they value for each one. So Tom hasn't heard these.
I mean, I may have heard a few, but I don't know. Let's see.
So Record of the Year.
Yeah.
So Record of the Year is of course awarded to a single. So like if you release an album and you release a single.
So Song of the Year.
No, Song of the Year is actually a different category.
So Record of the Year is just...
So to qualify for Record of the Year, you have to be released as a single.
Yeah.
So they are Still Have Faith in You by ABBA. Mm-hmm. Freedom by John Baptiste. Mm-hmm. Get a Kick Out of You by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Peaches by Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon. Right on Time by Brandy Charlie. Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA. SZA. We say SZA, do we? Yep. Okay. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Montero. Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. And Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic.
Those are actually some pretty good nominations there.
I would say that only one. I would only say that Montero, Happier Than Ever, Kiss Me More, and that is it. Deserve to be on that list. The Silk Sonic song is garbage. I don't know why it's on there.
Driver's License is garbage.
Driver's License is just has grated on me the more that I've listened to it.
Yeah.
Didn't listen to the Brandy Charlie record, so I don't care. Peaches is a terrible song.
Yeah, it's still on my playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate Peaches. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, great jazz song if you're into jazz. The John Baptiste album is every John Baptiste album again.
But, hold on, I'm fairly sure that I Get a Kick Out of You has. I reckon it's just a cover.
Yeah. But it's still a jazz song.
It's a jazz song, but like it's a jazz song. It's been done 100 different ways.
Do you like jazz?
I like jazz.
Only on certain occasions, Tom. I like jazz.
Why would you?
Why
would that be up for Record of the Year though? I don't understand.
It was released as a single, and it's Tony Bennett. And of course, I Still Have Faith in You by ABBA. One of the most underwhelming albums I've ever listened to.
Look, some of the ABBA songs on that out, I I think the difference is a lot of people were going, "Oh, ABBA's released new music
in 40 years."
in 40 years," and then it came out, and it's like, "Oh, this is just an ABBA record."
But there was nothing new or modern about
No,
it.
exactly. There was no. But like, I think the thing is, the way it came out, the way the Voyage came out, was that I was just like, "Oh my god, this is going to be awesome!" And I listened to, oh fuck, what was it? It was the first. What were the first 2 songs to come out?
I Still Have Faith in You.
I Still Have Faith in You,
And another one,
and
which I've forgotten.
Don't Shut Me Down.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
Don't Shut Me Down, something like that. And I listened to those 2, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, these are actually pretty good." Rest of the album, shit.
Yeah.
It's all shit.
I didn't like it. So, yeah, only 3 songs
Yeah.
on there. Okay, anyway. Tom likes a few of the songs that I don't. We'll say it's mixed. Record of the year.
It's just because my peaches are out in Georgia.
And the weeds in California.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah. Album of the year. We Are, the John Baptiste album. Love for Sale, the Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga album. Justice, the Justin Bieber album.
Yeah. No.
Planet Her, Doja Cat. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Back on My Mind, the Her album. The Academy loves Her. Montero, Lil Nas X. Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. And Evermore, Taylor Swift. And Donda, Kanye West.
Okay. Donda is an incredible album.
That's fine. 7 out of 10.
Donda's incredible. Don't give a fuck what you say. Sour can go perish in a fire.
Yep.
Because it's
Every song is the same.
actually so bad.
We'd take every song about the same topic and make it slightly
And
different.
make it slightly different. I think the only song that I like from Sour,
Yeah.
and it's just because of how it's written and composed, not even written, just composed, is Brutal.
Yeah.
I think Brutal is probably the only song that I can actually stomach listening to.
Brutal out here. So, I do agree. Donda I'm fine with Donda being on here. Of course, it was going to be on here.
Montero obviously was really good.
is really good. It's probably a 9 out of 10 album. Evermore is also really good. 9 out of 10 album for me.
I enjoyed Evermore.
The Back of My Mind album from Her was actually solid, but I find that the Academy just overhypes Her.
Yeah.
I think Tom's looking at me like, who the hell is Her?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
The Academy does.
I'll have to listen to it.
Happier Than Ever was actually a really good record. I actually really liked it. Planet Her is brilliant.
I mean, look, I think there are some good songs on there, but Doja Cat's not my favorite person in the world.
Oh, that's fine. I thought it was a solid album. The Justin Bieber album can go die in a hole.
Jack, perish in a fire.
Perished in a fire, sorry. Love for Sale, again, if you like jazz.
I like jazz.
And the John Baptiste album, which is basically Sour, but with jazz music.
So it's every John Baptiste album.
Again.
Ever.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Again. It's just another John Baptiste. Anyway, Record of the Year. Again, I don't even think that's mixed. Album of the Year. I think that's a poor selection for Album of the Year. If it goes to something like Montero, or it probably won't go to Taylor Swift because she won last year. Out of that list, I'm hoping it's Montero. That's it. That's all I'm going to hope for.
I would say either Montero or Donda, but I've got a real soft spot for Donda.
Okay, that's fine.
But I mean, it's churchy Kanye again.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not as preachy as I thought it would be, which was my biggest problem. It's definitely still,
because Life of Pablo was.
No, that's not.
That wasn't preachy, was it?
Not at all.
What was the one that was really preachy that he brought out?
The one that came out before it, and I've forgotten what it's called. So
yeah, whatever.
No one cares.
I thought Life of Pablo was preachy.
Nope, that was his last proper black rap.
Last proper music.
No, he's gone to gospel rap. It's now that was his last proper rap.
But hey, Donda's still really good.
You know, Life of Pablo, that had Famous on it.
Oh, yes.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Anyway, last category we'll talk about.
Song.
Terrible song. Song of the Year. So this is awarded to songwriters.
Yeah.
So both record and album are awarded to everyone that worked on that thing. So all of the producers and all the engineers.
Right.
Song of the Year, just the songwriters, just the people that wrote the song.
Yeah.
The nominees.
Oh.
Bad Habits
Get fucked.
by Fred Gibbs and Johnny McDavid.
I don't even want to
Ed
hear
Sheeran.
anymore. It's going to be bad.
That song was not written. There's no songwriting in that song. He has better songs on that album. Yet Bad Habits was that overplayed and people were that obsessed with it for I don't know what
He's got
reason.
Shivers.
Better.
Overpass Graffiti.
Okay, that's better. That's
Tides.
A good song. Yeah, it's a good song.
Like,
But that's it.
fucking bullshit.
Anyway.
Beautiful
Noise, which is from Keys and Charlie. I do not know about that song.
Neither.
I'm gonna have to go look that up now. Driver's License.
Oh, Perish in a Fire.
In terms of songwriting, I can see why it got nominated.
Perish in a
Okay,
Fire.
fine, whatever. Fight for You by Her. Tom doesn't know who that is.
I'm not going to say Perish in a Fire because it might actually be good.
Happier Than Ever for Billie Eilish.
Good song.
Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA. The Silk Sonic song, again, Leave the Door Open, is back. I don't know why. It is a weird song. Montero got nominated, specifically Call Me By Your Name. Yep. Peaches, I don't know why that's nominated for songwriting. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh, yeah, shit. And Right on Time, which is another Carly song, which you don't know. So, from my perspective, that's, again, a really poor showing for songwriting.
Oh, it's Montero.
It's the only song on there that
Montero
makes you go...
is the only one that deserves to be on there. Honestly, it's probably going to be Driver's License.
Yeah, it will be Driver's
License. I honestly feel as though Sour's going to take our Album of the Year.
Yep.
Record of the Year will be between Driver's License.
The Academy doesn't usually give song and record to the same thing if it's both dual nominated.
Can also change.
It could.
The Academy can be progressive and change.
And
they won't, but...
Just the last one that I want to run through with you is how many of the people nominated for Best New Artists you know?
Okay.
Arouge Afatab.
No.
Jimmy Allen.
No.
Baby Keem.
No.
Phineas.
And Ferb?
No. Billie Eilish's brother.
Oh, no then.
Oh, this brand new band no one's ever heard of, Glass Animals.
Oh!
Who are now only nominated for Best New Artist because of fucking heat waves. Yet they've been around for what, 6 years?
Yep. I do know them, so that's one.
6 years. Oh, Japanese Breakfast got nominated. Oh, that's cool. Japanese Breakfast. You don't know Japanese Breakfast.
I'm holding up one because I only know Glass
The Kid Leroy.
Two.
Arlo Parks.
No.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Unfortunately.
And Swatty.
Swatty! There we go.
I've actually listened to some of those songs. And,
God.
I feel like dying too because some of those songs don't deserve to get nominated.
It's bad, dude. The Grammy nominations are bad this year.
I can't wait for this conversation now next year. Talk about award shows, why things get nominated when they shouldn't.
Yep.
And that would be our final topic for the year.
But for us to end us off,
yes, because we are gonna
we have again put together
wrap up this bish.
We've again put together a supercut of
lots of different things.
Probably all of the funny shit that we've done this year. But yeah, you guys enjoy the supercut. Yeah. I lost it.
We have loved making this for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be a bittersweet 3 weeks. Missing making a podcast. Missing getting the questions that we don't actually get, but dream up in our heads that people send us questions. So build up your list, people, and send them in for next year.
Because we're going full. We're gonna go full pelt next year. Full pelt. So more guests, more topics, more episodes.
You say that all the time, and I don't get it.
But
more guests and more topics. Yeah, well, duh, Tom.
More guests, more topics, more episodes, more fun.
Oh, Jesus.
But
You're like the worst promoter ever.
I'm the only one promoting.
Ow!
The only one doing it. You do fuck all.
Yeah, well, you know what? You wanted to be social media, you better do.
Well, that's me. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening this year. It has been an awesome year. And we will be back 9th of January 2022 with more Jack and Thom Save the World content. But have a good, safe Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the flip side.
See you guys.